1 New Caledonia Land Register data, which exclude lakes and ponds larger than 1 km circumflex superscript 2 as well as the estuaries of rivers. 2 Population without double counting. Residents of multiple communes only counted once. Nouma copywriter is the capital city of the French special collectivity of New Caledonia. It is situated on a peninsula in the south of New Caledonia's main island, Grande Terre, and is home to the majority of the island's European, Polynesian, Indonesian, and Vietnamese populations, as well as many Melanesians, Ni-Vanuatu and Kanaks, that work in one of the South Pacific's most industrialised cities. The city lies on a protected deepwater harbour which serves as the chief port for New Caledonia. At the August 2014 census, there were 179,509 inhabitants in the metropolitan area of Greater Nouméa copyright 100,237, of whom lived in the city of Nouméa copyright proper. 66.8% of the population of New Caledonia live in Greater Nouméa copyright which covers the communes of Nouméa copyright Mont-Dore, Dumbéa copyright and Païta. The first European to establish a settlement in the vicinity was British trader James Baden in 1851. Anxious to assert control of the island, the French established a settlement nearby 3 years later in 1854, moving from Balade in the north of the island. This settlement was initially called Port de France, and was renamed Nouméa copyright in 1866. The area served first as a penal colony, later as a centre for the exploitation of the nickel and gold that was mined nearby. From 1904 to 1940 Nouméa copyright was linked to Dumbéa copyright and Païta by the Nouméa copyright Païta railway, the only railway line that ever existed in New Caledonia. During World War II, Nouméa copyright served as the headquarters of the United States military in the South Pacific. The 5-sided U.S. military headquarters complex was adopted after the war as the base for a new regional intergovernmental development organization, the South Pacific Commission, later known as the Secretariat of the Pacific Community. The city maintains much of New Caledonia's unique mix of French and Old Melanesian culture. Even today the U.S. wartime military influence lingers, both with the warmth that many New Caledonian people feel towards the United States after experiencing the relative friendliness of American soldiers, and also with the names of several of the quarters in Nouméa copyright districts such as Receiving and Robinson, or even Motorpool, strike the Anglophone ear strangely until the historical context becomes clear. The city is situated on an irregular hilly peninsula near the southeast end of New Caledonia, which is in the southwest Pacific Ocean. The Greater Nouméa copyright urban area had a total population of 179,509 inhabitants at the August 2014 census, 99,926, of whom lived in the commune of Nouméa copyright proper. At the 2009 census, 98.7% of the population in the Greater Nouméa copyright urban area whose age was 15 years old and older reported that they could speak French. 97.1% reported that they could also read and write it. Only 1.3% of the population whose age was 15 years old and older had no knowledge of French. At the same census, 20.8% of the population in the Greater Nouméa copyright urban area whose age was 15 years old and older reported that they could speak at least one of the Kanak languages. 4.3% reported that they could understand a Kanak language, but not speak it. 74.9% of the population whose age was 15 years old and older had no knowledge of any Kanak language. Nouméa copyright features a tropical wet and dry climate with hot summers and warm winters. Temperatures are warmer in the months of January, February, and March, with average highs hovering around 30 degrees Celsius, and cooler during the months of July and August, where average high temperatures are around 23 degrees Celsius. The capital rest dry season months are September and October. The rest of the year is noticeably wetter. Nouma copywriter on average receives roughly 1,100 of precipitation annually. Although Nouma copywriter has more sunshine days than any other Pacific island capital, and some excellent beaches not far from the city centre, it is not currently a major tourist destination. The cost of living is high, and air travel is not discounted to the same extent as to other destinations on the Pacific Rim.